So you guys know I'm obsessed with sewing. It's like my entire personality this quarantine.
1, 2, 3.
Hey guys, it's Shauna and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a little try-on video of everything I've sewed during quarantine so far, and you might want to sit down for this one because I've made a lot of things. I'm definitely heading out of this global pandemic with a whole new wardrobe, so at least that's one positive thing of this whole shit show that our current situation is. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys everything I've made because, as you know, I'm obsessed with sewing. I sew every day probably, and as always, I hope this video inspires you to be creative and to use the things you already have around the house to make some new fun pieces that you really enjoy and will wear a lot. So with that said, let's just get started and I hope you enjoy. So I thought I would get started with tops, and we're gonna start from the beginning to currently all the stuff that I made. So I think I've made a lot of improvements with my sewing. I did know how to sew before quarantine started, but I hadn't sewn like big projects and things from scratch. I just mainly like mended my clothing or took some pants in and stuff like that. So quarantine has really like expanded my sewing techniques and everything, and I think that really shows in like the pieces I've made from beginning to end. So yeah. So literally the first item I made during quarantine was this was this like tie-up backless top, and it was like my first viral TikTok, and okay, not even viral looking back at it. Probably in the beginning when I thought it was viral, it had like 5,000 views. And I was like, oh my god, I am Charli D'Amelio, queen of TikTok. And I was like, call me the CEO of sewing, come on guys. But it's basically just like one giant square, and then I added these arm loops and then a tie in the back. I made a tutorial of it actually on my TikTok, but it's pretty simple. This is definitely like not the cleanest thing I've made, obviously because it's one of the first pieces I made, and you can see like I did 2 layers of fabric so it wasn't too see-through. And I didn't even like bother to sew them together. It's so messy. But, you know, she started it all. She's the reason why I started posting my thrift flips on TikTok, and then I made a YouTube. So, you know, she's really the reason we're here right now. So she's a solid 10 out of 10, even though she's not that cute. But then I made the exact same top in a different fabric. This was because people were asking for a tutorial. So, you know, I gotta keep those fans, you know, going. You gotta please the fans. So I made another. It's more cropped, but I made the same shirt again. And this one's really cute for like parties and stuff like that. Another thing that I made that I really like and I'm excited to wear is this tie cardigan. It's just a black like knit bodysuit that I actually had, and I cut off the bottom bodysuit part, you know, and cut up straight the middle and added literally shoelaces as the ties. So, you know, someone could totally come and just pull this and I'd flash the whole world. But I think it's pretty cute, and they're so trendy, and they sell for like $70 on Princess Polly. Another thing I made is this one shoulder top. This became like my obsession, making one shoulder tops. This one was actually just a plain t-shirt, and I cut out like one of the shoulders, and I cut this like, you know, one shoulder look, and just sewed like the sides together so they fit me. And then I added a cute lettuce hem on the bottom, and I think it gives it a girly touch and maybe a little bit less basic than a regular one shoulder top. And then I started cutting up cardigans. So I had this cream colored cardigan that I found in like one of my parents' closets, and it was really long and it like got really tight on the bottom, so I thought it was a weird fit. So I went ahead and cropped it, of course, and added these 2 cute ties to it, and I think it's really cute over top of dresses or tank tops, and it's just like a cute little piece. Yeah, that's all I have to say for it. The next cardigan that I cut up was this brown one, and I really love the color brown. I think it can look so chic and expensive if you pair it with the right things. So I made like a matching top set out of it. So it's this like kind of sweetheart neckline tank top, and I added this cute little bow to it. I did make the straps of this a little too short for me. I should go back and fix that, and that's why it's like really cropped on me. It's basically like a bra, but I still think it's cute. And then it just has this like matching cardigan that you can throw on over top of it or wear separately. And like I said, I got addicted to making one shoulder tops. So this is another one I made. I actually really like this one because of the blue lining. This was back when I only had black thread, so it's not the cleanest. I did go back with some white thread to finish up the edges, but you know, she's still pretty cute. As you can see on the sides, the seams are not like well sewn. This was like way back when I was still like trying to learn what stitches to use on what fabric. So this one probably won't last me that long, but I still think it's a cute little summery top. Another top that I made. Hey guys, it's Editing Shauna here, and I just wanted to pop in and say I am so sorry for every time I say, and here's another top I made, and here's another top I really like. Like, we get it, the whole video is me showing tops mostly that I made. So I don't know like why that's like the only introduction I can do for these clothing items. I don't know. Literally take a shot for every time I say exactly word for word. And here's another top I made. And you wasted like 2 minutes into this video, so yeah. Is this mesh animal print tank top. And this one's also not very well made. It was originally an old maxi skirt that I had this like sheer lining over top of a like cream colored skirt, if that makes sense. So I went ahead and cut out like a tank top shape and sewed the two pieces together. And as you can see, like the top seams aren't even sewn, like it's just a raw edge, which looks fine on. But I got really lazy making this shirt and trying to make it fit me form-fittingly, and it got kind of complicated and I just got frustrated and stopped. I could go back and fix that, but you can't really tell when I'm wearing it, so I don't really mind it. Another top that I made that I really like is this green tie-up like t-shirt. It was inspired by Verge Girl, I think. They were selling them probably for like $70, $65, and I said, hey, I think I can make that. So it was originally like a polo t-shirt or something like that, that I just cut off the collared neckline and then cropped it and then added this tie around it, and I think it turned out really cute. I made a tutorial of it on my TikTok, so if you're interested in like a detailed step-by-step, you can go check that out. I do have a black version of this. That happened all the time where people like really want a tutorial, but I didn't film one when making the original piece. So I'd go back and like I sew another one. Sometimes I end up selling that extra one or giving it to one of my friends, or I still have that black one. I just like don't want to pull it out of my closet, so. Ooh, excuse me, this is a lot of talking. Maybe I should go get some water. I'll be right back. Cheers. Okay, now I can talk again. Where was I? Okay. Another thing that I made was another off-the-shoulder top. This one's like a little bit more like sports bra inspired. It was originally a exercise top, and I added an elastic waistband on the bottom to make it really form-fitting and tight. So she's cute too. Another top I made, this one was a little bit more recently, so I liked it. It was just old, like, I think it was like a shirt my dad got in Indonesia, or like one of my uncles gave it, but he wanted to donate it. So I said, hey, I really like that material and that fabric. So I made it into this like square neck top, and it has a lace-up detail in the back for closure. And I thought it was really cute. It's pretty simple. I cut out the shape that I wanted in two pieces and then sewed those two pieces together. Another thing I made, this is a whole outfit, guys, a whole matching set. So I have this plaid skirt. I actually made this in my Princess Polly and Brandy Melville inspired thrift flip video. So this is like Brandy Melville inspired. These were originally these big plaid trousers that my mom used to have that she never wore. So I went ahead and made it into a skirt, and then I used the extra fabric and made a little matching top. I know in that video I said I wasn't going to do it, but I caved after all the comments asking me to do it. And although I would never wear this outfit together, I think the top and the skirt are pretty cute on their own. Another top I made that I really like is this denim like backless top. I used some like old jeans that I had lying around, and I found this really cute buckle on this denim dress in my mom's closet. So I added this to it for the closure in the back, and I think it gives it like a really cute, like kind of military inspired vibe to it. But this shirt was pretty complicated to make, not gonna lie. I cut out these these 5 different pieces and lined them up and drew it and tried it on like a million times to get this fit, and it still doesn't fit me that well. Like, it's pretty loose around the straps and the shoulders, so I have to go back and try to figure out how to problem solve that, but I think the concept of it is really cool. Another entire outfit that I made was this shorts and sweatsuit type of thing. So they were originally my old high school basketball sweatpants that I found in the back of my closet, and I was like, hey, these would be cute as shorts because I didn't wear them as sweatpants. So the shorts are pretty simple, of course. I just cut them and then sewed like the hem and folded them up and then sewed a hem. And for the top, it was pretty complicated actually. I can put the pattern stitch that I made right here. So I did like a bunch of different panel pieces because I wanted it to look like kind of corset inspired, if that makes sense. So I have these like 2 front pieces and then 2 back pieces. And I have this crisscross detail of the straps that took me a long time to figure out. But I think it turned out pretty cute and it's really comfy because it's made out of that sweatpants fleece material. So I really liked them together. Another top I made out of strap denim fabric was this like cropped bralette inspired denim shirt. I just made a tutorial on how I did it, so I ended up making another one, but this was the first one that I made. Oh, my cat's here. Oh, and I also made her during quarantine. Just kidding. Aw. She's totally gonna sit on all these clothes and get them all hairy now. But anyways, I just made a tutorial of this, so go check that out. It's my latest video. But this was the first one I made and I got a lot of requests for a tutorial on my TikTok. So I went ahead and made another one out of black jeans. So that one is like black and blue jeans and this was khaki and blue jeans. And I really like these pieces. I'll probably end up giving away the other one or selling it on my Depop. So yeah, but you can see in the tutorial how it's made if you want to make your own. Another piece that I literally live for this top. I love it so much. It's out of that same fabric from my very first thrift flip, that sleeping shirt, and I just used the excess fabric. So it's basically one giant rectangle and I added elastic to the top and bottom of that. And then I used the sleeves and added elastic around them so they're kind of like a puffy sleeve vibe. And I just sewed them right there to the corner and used lace for the back. So it's an open back shirt, but I think it's really cute with a square neckline. And it's really girly, but you can match it with like basically anything and it's just so cute and really simple to make. Another top I made that I really liked is this like drawstring side shirt thing that I did. So it was originally this like yellow baby tee that I found in our linen closet. It was for like a 12-year-old or something like that, but you know, it works on me. And I added these 2 drawstring details on the side. So that's pretty simple. I have a detailed tutorial of it on my TikTok, but you basically add a panel for the drawstrings and you feed the drawstrings through it. And there you can like tie it and scrunch it up. And it's a really cute top. Similarly, I made another one, same style with the drawstrings, but I did like a 2-tone shirt. So the yellow was actually an old sorority shirt. I think it was my pledge shirt actually, like what we got when we got into the sorority. So it does have some like words half there on the back. It says like, "We're so happy you're here" or something like that. But I never really wore it. It was just a plain t-shirt. So I thought it'd be cute if I, you know, cut it up into pieces. And the other half was just a plain white shirt that I had. So I did this like checkered inspired look. And I love how it turned out. It's super like unique, but also just like a t-shirt. So you could wear it with anything, but you know, it's like an eye catcher, I guess. Another top that I made that's actually been like really controversial on my TikTok. There are people that like, you know, the whole thing where people will say like really mean comments with like the fairy emoji and like make it all like seem nice, but it's actually like rude. People have been doing that for this top, saying that it's ugly and stuff like that, but I really like it. It's literally made out of socks and not even Nike socks. Yes, I drew those Nike symbols on with a Sharpie because I didn't have Nike socks. And I'm all about like using things I already have in my house. So yes, I could have bought Nike socks, but I didn't want to like, you know, help Jeff Bezos become more of a trillionaire that he already is. So I just used some old white socks that I found in my dad's closet that I hope he doesn't need them. And I dyed them. So I dyed them using avocado seeds and skin. Yes, that's a thing. But no, it does not turn out this pink. I also used food coloring. So I kind of cheated with my whole trying to do it with a natural dye and stuff like that, because I did it one time and it turned out like basically white, like it didn't do anything. And then I also used blue food coloring and a little bit of frozen blueberries. So this was pretty easy. It's, I think it's like 6 individual socks, so 3 pairs of socks. And you cut the socks open and you just sew them all together until they fit you, and then you cut them in half for the sleeves. So I think it's really cute. And this one company's like Con Color Studio on Instagram, They're like located on like Melrose Avenue of LA or something. They sell them for $60 and they're literally made out of socks. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna buy that. So I made it, and you should make it too if you don't think it's ugly. Another jeez, oh my gosh, I've never talked this much. Like, it's quarantine, I haven't seen like anybody in so long and my voice just doesn't know how to act. Another top I made is this like halter top thingy. Sorry, I'm not even showing it. Is this halter top. So it ties in the back, this waistband, and then these two triangle boob parts also tie around your neck. And I think it's so cute. I love this pattern. I made a dress out of this that I'll show next. And I think this is really cute and girly, like brunch vibes, I guess. And with the same fabric, actually originally a bed sheet. I forgot to say that. This was a bed sheet that we didn't use anymore in my house. So I made a dress out of it, and it was like Reformation inspired with the square neckline. And yeah, it's actually really cute. I made a tutorial on how I did it on my YouTube video, you know, just you can go find it if you want to watch it or not. But it's really cute. I literally love this like pattern on the fabric, and it was a bed sheet and I just reused it. So, you know, yeah, I think making your own clothes is like a lot more sustainable than buying from like a fast fashion brand, of course, but it can be even more sustainable if you use the things that you already have around your house, or if you buy like used fabric or used bed sheets in the thrift store. So that's what I was trying to do. I just like went into my linen closet and picked out an old pair of sheets, and my dad was like, yeah, you can do whatever you want with that. And I didn't want to waste any of the material, so I made a dress and a top out of it, and now that bed sheet has a totally new life that I'm gonna wear all the time. The next dress that I made, this was the one that's in my tutorial. It was also a bed sheet, and it has these puffy sleeves and this like cute little sweetheart neckline that I did, and button closure in the back. And this was really cute also. I think it'd be really cute for like a summery brunch or, you know, a date or something if you're lucky. So I really like this one. The next dress that I made, I went on a phase where I was like, I need new dresses because I really didn't have that many before I started sewing them. So I was obsessed with making dresses. And this one is not my favorite and not that well done. There's like a couple holes in there that I have to go and re-sew because they weren't sewn very well. But it was an old men's shirt of my dad's probably. And I followed this tutorial on YouTube. I'll link it down below. She does a really good job explaining it. And it's pretty cute. I couldn't really figure out how to get the waist to fit me quite right. So I just ended up adding these two pieces of string that were green, but do not match the green of the dress at all. So I don't know what I was thinking, but that's just to like cinch in the waist and everything. And it's easier to get on that way because it's like not tightly sewn, if that makes sense. So that's also like a go-to hack. If your dress doesn't fit you that right, or you're making your own dress, go ahead and add a tie like waistband to make it that like form-fitting dress vibe that you want. The next dress that I made, I love this one. Like this, 10 out of 10. So it's this drawstring dress, and it was originally like a really long maxi dress, and it was a stretchy material, so I thought it'd be perfect to like make it into something cuter because I didn't have to worry about a zipper or button closure because it was a stretchy fabric. So I went ahead and did a drawstring detail on both sides, similar to like the shirts I made and stuff like that, and I have a whole tutorial of it on my TikTok. But I love this dress, how it turned out, and it was inspired by those like Verge Girl and Princess Polly dresses, but I like the brown color again. I'm living for brown right now, and I think it's really cute and fits me really well. So I was really excited about this one. Another top that I made that I literally love, I made this probably last week, I think. It's this corset type of top. So this was originally an exercise shirt, so I thought that'd be perfect because it's stretchy, but I also really love this like baby blue color. So I used an old t-shirt for the inside lining, and that was to make the tunnels for the zip ties that I put in, and that's what gives it like the corset detail. So it was actually zip ties that I used because I didn't have like boning, but I thought it turned out really cute. And yeah, like this is definitely something that people would sell for like $50, but it was literally an old shirt and it was pretty simple to make, and I'm thinking of making another one, so I'll probably do a tutorial for it coming soon. This next top, I literally love this top so much. It's this tie-dye Nike mesh of a shirt. I did a tutorial on this in like 2 videos ago, I got the tie-dye shirt from Goodfair, an online thrift store, and then I had this Nike t-shirt, and I just like cut them all together and sewed each other. So now it's just a giant t-shirt that I literally live in. Another thing that I started making recently, I realized that I have no cute bikinis, and rather than buying them, I thought that I would make them, of course. So I made this purple one, and it's really cute. It's like open back, and I don't know how to describe it, but you'll see in the try on. And it was an old exercise shirt, so I basically cut a rectangle out of it and sewed those 2 rectangles together so it's like double layered. And then I added a channel for the straps to feed through, and it's just 2 really long straps for the shoulders and to tie in the back. So I thought it was really cute. And I also made this bikini top. This was actually out of exercise leggings. So I'm really proud of this whole like reuse, recycle thing that I did with this. It's like a bandeau bikini, but you could wear it like multiple ways. I'll show in the try on clip. So it's basically one giant rectangle that I cut out twice and then sewed together so it's double lining. And then I added these channels for the ties to go through. And it's really cute, and I'm again really like proud of like my innovation that I did with this one. And lastly is this top that I'm wearing right now. So it's this green silky top with a stoop neckline, and this was 2 pieces that I cut out. So one for the boob part, and that's basically one giant rectangle. I added a channel in for the tie to go around, and then another body piece, so that's bigger in the front and then smaller in the back. And then I used a shoelace and like a tie-up closure in the back. So really cute. So that's basically everything I made in quarantine. There's a couple things I think that I left out or are at my friend's house because she likes to steal my clothes. But that alone was a lot of things. So thank you for watching this whole video. And I just love it, and I really hope that this inspires you to get creative and do some DIY thrift flips with stuff that you already have around your house. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I have to now go clean up all of this, and that's fun. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.